haven't spoken to in a few months, sort of thing, or a bit longer than that. Probably almost a year since I've last actually spoken to him. So sorry guys, we were just having a bit of a catch up. We were speaking for like the last hour. How is everybody going? Welcome in guys. Like I said, so sorry, my bad. But yeah, how's everybody doing today? I figured that given that we only had this one in a com day not too long ago, it wasn't too bad if we miss out on a few minutes of shiny hunting. But how's everybody doing today? How you doing, Taff? How you doing, Zach? Welcome in, guys. Hopefully a few more people will start trickling in. Not really the most interesting thing to do tonight, but it is what it is. We've actually got... I don't think any of the spotlight hours are really that interesting tonight, but we'll get into it. All right, so it's already dark, as you guys can see. It's getting more and more like that. Watching Encino Man. Good old Encino Man. God, I haven't seen that in so long. Alright, let's got my keys. Make sure I don't lock myself out of the car. How you doing, Zach? Welcome in, dude. So, we'll see how we go tonight. See if we can get a shiny. Where's the juice? So, how's everybody been doing? I do need to take a... I've been on the phone for like the past hour and I've been needing to go to the toilet, so it's just like, oh damn it, I need to take a leak. I think we'll just be holding on to it until the end of Spotlight Hour now. That's okay. Hey Negan, how you doing? You're doing crap, Jimmy. Check your Twitter. You've had it with Niantic even more. They effed up again. Why? What happened? What did they do? I can't check the I can check the Twitter right now, but we'll leave it until after. Fill me in. What happened? Disney Plus has the movie. Disney Plus has a lot of things. No, good old Disney Plus. Like I said, I haven't seen that movie in so long. Probably a good 20 years. Old school Brendan Fraser. Let's get a flashlight going so I can actually see what I'm doing. Ow, my pancreas. That's like my most memorable line from that movie that I remember. Like me and my sister because we used to watch it quite regularly when I was a kid. It was one of those movies that we'd hire quite regularly from the video shop. Yeah, that was like our favorite line when they were wrestling, sort of thing. Dude gets slammed on the ground. He's like, ow, my pancreas. You're about the same in how long it's been since you've seen it. It's always good going back to old school movies like that. Like I wasn't actually watching it last night. I just had it on the TV while I was doing other stuff. But Weird Science was on. That's a movie that I haven't seen for a while as well. One of those old school 80s movies. Genesect not shiny, or with a new move for hours, lost 5 passes and nothing. And you've seriously Niantic stuffed up again like that. See, I'm not surprised. Honestly, it's why I haven't really bothered with anything. It was actually funny because me and my mate were talking about it when we first started chatting. He's like, oh, I jumped onto your channel and I was checking out your stuff and I see that you haven't uploaded a video in like 3 months. What's going on, dude? And I'm like, the game has sort of gotten a bit old these days. Niantic keep making mistakes and it's just making people not interested in the game. So, yeah. That's basically why I haven't been doing like videos and that these days, and it's why I just don't have the motivation to play the game as much as I used to, just because the amount of stuff ups that Niantic make. It's like, I'm just over it. I really am. I'm fucking over it. Oops, I just... I've been talking to my mate for too long. Sorry, guys. Just full swore without... I think we're old enough that we can deal with the swear word. Yeah, and that sucks that you've got COVID. I mean, it doesn't make it any better. Sort of thing, having to deal with that sort of stuff when you're sick. Let's see if they've actually turned the shiny on tonight for this. It's just the one time that I've won tonight. I'm usually pretty good. I don't usually drop F-bombs like I just did. That's how sick of Niantic I am. Oops, I forgot to bring my battery charger. It's in the car. Oops, it doesn't matter. I'm sure we'll manage. I'm on 70% battery. We should get through an hour. Yeah, I might say shit or something like that every now and again, but I figured that's one of those swear words where it's not really that bad. It's just dropping an F-bomb every now and again. It's alright. Like, the only reason why I sort of try not to swear on the channel is because I was doing this game and other Pokemon content, and given that it's sort of family orientated, I just wanted to be a bit more family friendly. But if we're going to start doing other stuff on the channel that's not so family friendly, like maybe Doom and stuff like that, it doesn't matter that I'm going to be swearing, given that there's going to be violent video games. And I mean, if Pewds and Jack and Markiplier and all of that sort of stuff can get away with swearing every now and again, I mean, I suppose it's not that bad. They still have big family-orientated audiences in a way. Why would it be turned off? Because it's Niantic. Like, it's going to be a shiny, I know that. But I'm just saying, the way that Niantic stuff everything up, it wouldn't be a surprise if they... a tiny Geodude. It wouldn't be a surprise if they stuffed things up like usual. So the new event did start today, the shocking event. Get it? The what's his face event, Spark event. That's how much I'm really care these days. I didn't even remember the dude's name. I was like, hey, what's the Team Instincts leader's name again? Oh yeah, that's right, Sparks. Good old Sparky. But you can definitely see a decrease in the interest in the game. I mean, we're not averaging a lot of viewers now for this. For a while we were up to like 10, 20 viewers for the streams, for spotlight hours and raid hours and stuff like that. But these days, I mean, nobody's interested. So the views have dropped way off, which is why I've got to start doing some other stuff on the channel instead of just Pokemon Go stuff, just because nobody's really interested anymore. I mean, a lot of the old viewers that were our regulars just aren't around anymore. Like, we don't see Patricia or Archian or any of the old guys that used to be around. Spark, Candela, yeah, I remember the other two, like especially Candela, given that she's our... And how can you remember bland old Blanche? Might have, yeah, I mean, stuff like that, or those sort of events are always going to generate more interest just because it's a new thing. Hopefully it'll be a shiny, even though Niantic usually stuff that stuff up. Fingers crossed it'll actually be activated and we will get shinies of that. Yeah, that stuff's good, but I mean, those type of events are every so often. I mean, the last big thing was the Hoenn tour, and that was, a while ago now. Without events like that on a regular basis, it seems really pointless continuing doing this game as much. Blanche is fine, not insulting the team. I don't know, she's a bit old, she's a bit of a blandy. stern face. She doesn't look like she'd be too fun at a party. Yeah, I mean, stuff like this, for instance, Alolan Geodude. We only had it in a com day, mid last year. So I don't think it's going to really generate the amount of interest, just because it's a shiny that most people will already have an abundance of. And it's also raining, which isn't good. Why is it raining? It's been nice all day, and they did predict that it was going to be raining, but they said that it was going to have stopped by now. And of course, as soon as I jumped in the car and started driving down, it started raining on me, and I'm like, oh damn it, I'm going to be walking around in the bloody rain. You read we get 10 remote raid passes on the raid day. I'll believe it when you see it. We don't actually get the 10 raid pass, like we'll be able to use 10 remote raid passes, like they've increased the limit from 5 to 10. But they're still going to be double the price that they were only a month ago, sort of thing. So yeah, we can use more raid passes, but it's still going to cost us double the amount that it would have. We do get a bunch of in-person passes. I think it's five free in-person passes for the day, if I remember correctly. So there's that. So we'll see how we go. But unfortunately, I think the fact that people are still going to have to spend a decent amount of money, it's not going to be as popular as it would have been. Like, if they lowered the price and gave us the increase, which they should have. But as I was saying the other day, since Niantic has just announced the GoFest stuff, most of the Hear Us Niantic stuff has just completely died off. Like, nobody cares anymore because everybody's just like, yay, I'm going to GoFest. So it seems a little bit hypocritical that so many people were trying to get Niantic to change the price, like undo the nerf that they did to the raid passes, and then just completely backflipped and handed over a bunch of money to Niantic to do the GoFest stuff. It's like, if they really cared, they would have just boycotted Niantic, but they chose not to. So Niantic got what they wanted. They pushed the community around, made them do what they wanted them to do, and everybody just sucked it up and went, okay. So what are you going to do? You're going to be in someone's car. You're going to be driving around. Good old days of raid. The Carfu raids, I should say. Waifu raids. What do you do? There's water on my screen, and it's that was like the full water on my screen that was just making my phone glitch out. Already 20 minutes in, no shiny boy. Yeah, like I noticed that the other day during the Com Day Classic for Swinub. I mean, I know that it's not the most, fantastic Pokemon. A lot of people are a bit blasé about Swinub, but the views sort of thing just in general across the channel since it's really been, even before the raid pass nerf, I should say, things have been very, very much on the decline. I think after 6 years, a lot of people have just gotten sick of the game and moved on. Which means, it's probably going to have to be something that we're going to think about doing soon as well. Not so much moving on from the game. We'll still play it and still do events and all that sort of stuff, but just adding a bit more diversity to the channel. Doing some more stuff. We're at work when you sweat. Yeah, that's okay. I understand people have got work and all that sort of stuff as well. But yeah, just in general, like you can see it from about 6 months ago to now. Like if I look at my streams and my videos and stuff like that, I can just see the views dropping off, sort of thing. And it's not just me, it's across the board, sort of thing. I mean, if you look at Zoe's videos and Holly's videos and even Mystic 7 videos and stuff like that, the views aren't what they used to be, sort of thing. So a lot of the community has just given up on the game. Hey Diana, how you doing? Oh my god, okay. Stop doing! Water on the screen is making it so difficult. It's a me, Diana. It's not raining heavily, but it's raining just enough to be annoying. Any shinies? Oh, you got a Snivy yesterday. Nice. No shinies so far tonight. We're only 20 minutes in. And my other phone's starting to glitch out. If somebody gets timed out, it's not me, it's the rain. Like it literally just bring up the menu to the moderation menu. So I apologize if anybody gets timed out. Yeah, I mean, even for instance, like Lachlan and that. Lachlan used to be in like every stream, and now he pops in every now and again, sort of thing. So there's not a lot of joy left in that game. It's hard to be joyful about the game when there's just not enough going on in it. And everything that does happen in the game is just broken these days. As Negan was saying earlier, it's broken for us here more than anywhere else in the world, sort of thing. Every time an event starts, because we get it first, it always seems to be broken for us, and then but I did see one of the other PokeTubers posting up on Twitter the other day about Niantic is supposed to be hiring a Q&A person to try and help with the quality assurance, and it's just like, I think they should have done that like 6 years ago. Where has everybody been to help, make the game run better? Why didn't Niantic put more effort into making sure that events actually work when they hit the on switch for them? They fix it for North America. Exactly. Not even just North America. I mean, by the time the events get to Europe and stuff like that, because I'm pretty sure it goes like Australia, Europe, then North America. So, yeah. It's usually working by the time it gets to the other parts of the world. We're the only ones that get the glitches for the most part. You feel sorry because of that. Yeah. Honestly, we're used to it by now. It's been a thing for so long. Like back when community days first started, honestly, the vast majority of them just ran like crap. Like the first 5 or 6 comm days didn't work properly, and then every second one after that would have issues. They'd get it right occasionally, and then stuff would just be bad. Quiet tonight, yeah, that's what we've been discussing, sort of thing. That it's just been a quiet night. I think it's just because the Alolan Geodude isn't the most entertaining of things, and the game's old now, so there's just not as many people that are playing. everybody that is here, thank you. I appreciate everybody that's hanging around. You now have 455 coins taking taking so much longer to get coins at the moment. Yeah, that's why it's good if you can just make yourself a second account, and when you need to kick yourself out of gyms, at least you can do that. Just make it a different team, because that was the one good thing about having my second account for a while. When I was making sure that I'd get my coins every single day, if I had something in a gym that wasn't getting kicked out, I'd just go down and do it myself, just so I made sure that I would get coins. But that's how much the game has actually changed. I don't really worry about doing that anymore. Like, getting my coins is, if I get them, I get them. If I don't, there's no issue. I mean, even the gym that's closest to my house, it's literally, I can see it from my house, but it's a little bit out of my way. Like, if I'm on my way home, I have to go out of my way a little bit to get to it, to take it down and put stuff in it. I haven't touched it in probably 2 months. Just can't be bothered going there anymore and doing it. You have 6 or 7 new players local that you haven't seen anymore, or that you haven't seen before rather. We do get that occasionally. New accounts popping up. I see them around every now and again. But for the most part, the people that are around here, they're people that have been playing the game for quite a while. But there's just no interaction with the community anymore. Like, no one has posted anything in our raid group for probably since before the raid nerf, like a week or so before they did the raid nerf. So nobody's raiding anymore. Hey Gondal, welcome in, dude. How's your day been? You're mainly resting at the moment as your operation is due on Friday. Finally, a year and a half waiting. Oh, good. I'm glad that you're getting in to finally get something done. Good to hear. It's nice to have a gym right outside. That's the thing, I'd probably have a gym closer to my house, but there's nothing around me which I could turn into a gym. Like, the closest thing is the little park that the gym closest to my house is. Like, other than that, it's just houses or paddocks sort of thing. It's the closest thing to me. You don't have to move, yeah. Lucky. We have a group likes that it's been quiet. Yeah, I miss the good old days when the game was popping and there was still large communities everywhere that were, I mean, it was really COVID. COVID was the thing that made the game die off quite a bit. Like, I could already notice it around this area that it was getting a bit smaller before the COVID stuff happened. Like, people were starting to drop off a little bit, but then COVID happened and so many people just stopped playing during that period. And now that they've removed a lot of the bonuses that they gave to us during COVID, and now the raid pass nerf, it's basically just killed the remaining groups that were still playing. Punchy Rock. Good old Punchy Rock dude. Hey, it's a huge one. Huge Punchy Rock dude. Now, what they need to start doing with the Spotlight Hours, start making them like small com days and releasing some shinies during them for things that probably aren't going to get a com day. So, you know, your lesser desirable Pokemon that don't deserve a com day sort of thing release their shinies during a spotlight hour. I think that would bring a little bit of just interest back into it. But Niantic are so set in their ways that they don't do things like that. Like, they don't mix up anything that they do, and that's why things become stale. They're so set in just doing something the way that it's been for so long that things just get boring. There's no drive to make things interesting again. I think that's one of the main issues with the game at the moment, or one of the main issues that's always been with the game. I sound like I'm complaining a lot about it, but I'm just trying to point out the issues that I think that the game's got and things that Niantic could do to bring a bit of life back into it. You like having a stop outside your house. Yeah, see, I'd do with just having a stop close by that I could spin. I get the spawns at home, but just not being able to stock up on items can be a little bit frustrating. But like I said before, there's nothing around me that I can turn into a stop, unfortunately. It's huge with pants. I have easy bed. It's huge. I turned into Moaning Myrtle. I try not to be so critical, because I mean, people don't want to see like someone being critical when they jump into a stream. They want to see people being happy and catching shinies and all that sort of stuff, which the game used to be really wrapped, coming out and doing spotlight hours and raid hours and all that sort of stuff. But it's just hard to be as enthused as you used to be when nothing has changed. So as I was saying, them introducing new mechanics into the spotlight hours where they would release a new shiny would probably be something that would breathe a lot of life back into the spotlight hours and make people interested in going back out. Hey, they're releasing a new shiny today during spotlight hour. It doesn't have increased odds like it does during a com day, but still a chance of getting a new shiny. I think that would be great. I mean, there's so many Pokemon that are in the game these days that don't have a shiny, like that hasn't been released sort of thing, that surely they could just start doing stuff like that. It doesn't have to be every spotlight hour, just, once a month, one of the spotlight hours, just have a new shiny that's being released. Because they're never going to release all the shinies that we have during events rather than the tours. So basically we're just waiting until they do a Unova tour or a Alolan tour and stuff like that, until they actually release a whole bunch of shinies. And I just think that that's a wasted opportunity. How you going, Jahern? Sorry, dude. I'm just on a rant right now. How you doing, dude? Welcome in. Should try and make it take a... The only thing is, where I live, it's too secluded to do something like that. Nobody comes into the street to actually do a thing, because it's a dead-end street at the top of a hill, and it's sort of on the outskirts of town. So it'd be difficult doing something like I could set something like that up, but it just would never get used. So it'd be a waste of time and books. And as soon as it rained, the books and the thing would just get washed away. Moaning Myrtle is a lot more annoying. Wait, are you calling me annoying? I mean, you're saying that they're a lot more annoying, but that insinuates that I'm annoying in some way. I mean, thanks. I mean, I know that I'm not perfect, but I thought you guys loved me. That's why you put turning it to. Well, thanks. Thanks for the confidence, guys. You make me feel... I'm already struggling as it is, and you guys just make me feel even worse. Thanks. You guys are awesome. It doesn't need to be used. Just find a tree in the street and do one of those fairy house things. It's like, that's where a fairy lives, and just set that up as a Pokestop. I do have a sign outside my house that's like our house sign. That's like Daiichi, because the people that used to own our house, like the people that built our house, their husband was Chinese. So they've got a sign out the front that's just number 1 in Chinese, like Daiichi. I could take a picture of that sign because it's a proper sign, like on like wood and that, like carved into it. Just take a picture of that and submit it. Just be like, it's number 1. Try and get that passed as a Pokestop. Also, the next couple of tours are going to be dead. So dead like ain't no one care about Sinnoh and Unova. Yeah, I think that's just like we've been discussing for the stream so far. I think that's just the game in general. It's just reached a point where it's only the real hardcore people that have been playing it since the start, and then some new people that trickle in, play it for 10 minutes, and then move on to something different. So the player base just isn't there anymore from what it used to be. I mean, I've been talking to Andrew and some of the other old people that have, like, not old people that have been playing the game since it first came out. And the only reason why they really continue to play it at this point is because they've put so much time into it already. So they don't play it as often, but they won't put the game down completely because they've invested so much time and money and stuff like that into the game already that they feel like it's a waste if they just let it go. So I think that's a lot of reasons why some people are still playing. They just don't want to let it go because of the time investment that they've already put into it. Yeah, dude, I saw your post about the hundos. Well done, man. Congratulations. Good to see that you had a good day. Jimmy isn't annoying. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It should be Jimmy isn't annoying sometimes. A good thing about Sinnoh is Giratina. There's a couple of decent things in Sinnoh. I think just the fact that they release shinies during the tours, that's what brings most people out to do them. Because I mean, at the end of the day, if they didn't do that for the Hoenn tour, I don't think many people would have been interested. And having the primals as part of the Hoenn tour, I think also made that interesting, because that's what most people were interested in, just having access to primal Groudon and Kyogre. John Wanky. I've said it before. It's a problem with big CEOs of companies. They get set in their ways and they think that every idea that they have is a grand idea because they've made millions of dollars off some of their ideas. So they're unwilling to realize that not all their ideas aren't perfect, and they need to, have the ability to diversify. Just realize that some of their stuff isn't working and fix it, instead of just keeping at it and basically smashing their head against a brick wall, just trying to force things. Hey Mikey, how you doing? It's never too late. Nah, dude, we've still got 20 minutes left, so welcome in. How you doing? At that point, they ain't even playing for fun. Jimmy, while you're back near your car, grab the yeah. Good idea. We've probably still got enough battery to get us through. Like 20 minutes and I'm on 50%. But good idea. I will grab it. Thank you for telling me. It's your birthday in 3 days. Nice, dude. Well, happy early birthday. Even though I'll be streaming again tomorrow, but happy birthday if I don't see you again tomorrow. For 3 days from now. How old are you turning, dude? Kanto Tour was the best. I mean, I'm probably biased because Kanto was my generation when I was a kid, so I was happy seeing a lot of my original 151 Pokemon being released as shinies and I think the Kanto tour was the best executed one. Like, Johto tour was good, but it had some issues, and the Hoenn tour, unfortunately, had even more issues with it. Just some of the ways that they didn't have everything available like they should have. They just had certain Pokemon from that generation that were available. I think that was their biggest mistake with the Hoenn tour. And forcing too many of the primal raids on us. Like, don't get me wrong, the primal raids were good. I just think that having that as one of the main focuses was probably detracting away from other parts of the event. You're not having a good day? Why, dude? What's going on? Sorry to hear. You had a great Hoenn tour, hatched all 3 shiny. Yeah. See, that was lucky. Unfortunately, I didn't. I was able to add the ones that I was missing from my decks. It was really just Relicanth. Because by the time the Hoenn tour came out, basically Jirachi and Relicanth were the only things that I didn't have in my decks. So being able to add Relicanth was good. I still need Jirachi because I haven't finished any of the research to actually obtain the normal or the shiny one. Even the in-person one, I mean, you saw the issues that they had with it. So, as we know, Niantic aren't great at executing events. That's just forked over a whole bunch of money to go to the global Go Fests. The in-person Go Fests. Good luck. Hopefully you guys don't have any issues. Oh, that's my charger. It's like, where is it? Hopefully Niantic actually get it right for once. You're turning 16? Nice, dude. Nice. Sweet 16. You're 17. All you young'uns make me feel old. This is funny. It was one of the things that me and my mate were talking about. Just like, oh, remember what it was like when we were younger? Had no cares in the world, just able to like sit around and play video games all day and not have to worry about life stuff like house ownership and jobs and all that sort of stuff. It's like, yeah, they were the good old days. You still don't have Tropius. You didn't end up hatching one during thing, dude? That sucks. I have bonus, like extra ones. Not bonus ones. I have quite a few Tropius now, so I can trade you one day, dude. Your grandmother's in hospital because she's not been... Oh, dude, I'm sorry to hear that. I went through that sort of thing recently. I wouldn't say recently, like about a year or so ago. A bit over a year ago now with my nan and, yeah, my gran. Sorry to hear, dude. Hopefully everything's all good. You're 23, Zach. I wish I was still in my 20s. I'm in my mid-30s now, guys, and it makes me feel old. They make you feel old. Oh god, then what will you be next month? I don't know. Because I don't know how old you are. So I don't know how you're going to feel. The only game you play is Pogo. Dude, you should diversify. Like, there's so many good games out there. I mean, the only mobile game that I play is Pokemon Go. I don't really play any games. But I play other games sort of off the phone. Like Switch games and PC games and stuff like that. So yeah, I want to get into doing a little bit more streaming of other games for you guys, even making videos and stuff. just to diversify on the channel a bit, as I've been saying for a while now. I can't bring myself to do it because I've been devoted to Pokemon Go and like Pokemon stuff in general for basically since I started the channel. I don't know how I'm going to go diversifying and doing other stuff, because I'm just like, are people even going to watch, or it's going to be hard growing a community on other stuff, and so we'll see how we go. How old am I? 69, dude. No, I'm 36. Only mobile game is Pokemon Go. Okay, yeah. I'm not... I feel it sometimes. I mean, in comparison to a lot of you guys, yes, I am. But I mean, in comparison to like in general, it's just like, yeah, I'm not that old yet, but I just feel old because a lot of you guys are just like, I'm 17, I'm 16, I'm, you know, like 23, but it's like, damn you. You've been playing Pokemon Go 24/7. Well, it's good to see that there are still some die-hard people that still play the game. You play Scarlet still. I still haven't finished Violet. No, wait, Scarlet. Yeah, Scarlet was the one that I got. I'm like, hang on, I don't even remember which game I got. Yeah, I still haven't finished it. Like, I was streaming it for you guys, but then I got sidetracked doing Pokemon Go stuff, and I just never got back to... So I suppose we could go back and actually finish that game. Start doing some shiny hunting and raid den hosting and all that sort of stuff. Because, I mean, back when I was doing Sword and Shield stuff, that was actually fairly popular on the channel. When I was hosting, like, the shiny Charizard dens and G-Max Charizards and so on. That stuff was quite popular, so I got to bring that sort of stuff back to the channel. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I've lived twice as you. Yeah, that I have. It starts going a lot quicker. Like, back when you're that age, when you're 17, you think you're going to be young forever. Because years don't really go past that quickly, because you're still relatively young. I mean, I remember when I was that young, and honestly, I felt like I was going to be young like that forever. Then you get to about 25, and then you notice that things like the years start going a bit quicker. And then before you know it, you're 35, and you're just like, what happened to the last 10 years? Like, Jesus Christ. It happens so quickly. I mean, that's what happened to me, sort of thing. I was 25 doing my game design course, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm still in my mid-20s, everything's all good. And then it seems like within a blink of an eye, I was 35, and I was just like, dude, what happened? 10 years of my life just disappeared. You're older than me. That's okay. That's so unique. They go, yeah, and like I said, the older you get, the faster they go as well. It just seems that every year just starts disappearing so quickly. I mean, we're almost halfway through this year already. And it was like, God. It was only January, it feels like last month, and we're already in May. So yeah, next month is halfway through the year already. Where's James? I don't know. Like, he popped into the Comday stream the other day. But that's what I was saying. It's just a lot of people have just lost interest in the game, just aren't around as much. Maybe we're the same. You have two brides. Alright, we've got about 10 minutes left just to get this shiny. You have a pet fish. I mean, sort of the same as a child, I suppose. Dumb and relies on you for food. Next month is your birthday month, yeah. Yeah, my birthday's in December, the 1st of December, so I'm basically 36 and a half years old now. Like, yeah, these last 6, like, since I turned 30, yeah, it's hard to believe that already 6 years have gone past. Basically, as long as Pokemon Go has been out, it's like I'm pretty sure when it first came out, I was, 29, and now I'm 36. That's how long the game's in those 6 years that the game's been out. I've basically been playing it since my late 20s until now. And it's amazing how quickly that time goes past. Like, how much time I've devoted to this game. Maybe that's why the last 6 years have gone past so quickly, because everything's been revolving around this pretty much. You just got your fish. What type of fish is it? You'd want a fur baby instead of a real one, but your place doesn't allow pets. That sucks. Pets are awesome. They love you unconditionally. They don't care how old you are or what you look like or any of that sort of stuff. Pets are just there for you. Unless you've got an asshole. Because some dogs and cats can be assholes. The fish doesn't even do anything. Well, did you get a fish tank for it, or did you just get a fish and it's just been sitting on your bedside table for the last couple of days? It's like, this fish doesn't do anything. It just lays there. Stupid fish. It doesn't even have a name. Well, do you really have a fish then? Or is it just your imagination? Call it Kura. Call it Kura the fishy. Call it cat food. Call it Nemo. Hey Petra, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. The rain stopped at least, so I can deal. I'm a bit happier now that there's no rain. But thank you for popping in. How you been? It's a fat goldfish. You know, goldfish will keep growing to their environment. So if you've got a small tank for a goldfish, it'll stay a small fish. But if you chuck it in like a big pond sort of thing, it'll grow into like one of those massive goldfish. Hey, Petra, thank you for the donation. Much appreciated. GLHF. Is that good luck, have fun? That's what I think it is. So that's what I'm going to go with. Thank you. Much appreciated. Can we get some hearts in the chat for Petra for the dono? Your girlfriend gave it to you. She calls it Gubby. Good old Gubby. My sister had fish back when she was younger, like a couple of goldfish. One of them was called Goldie, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, but then she got another one called Homer. She named her goldfish Homer. Yeah, it's been good. It started off a bit slow tonight, but thank you for everybody that has dropped in. Much appreciated. You've made the night a lot more interesting. Walking along, I always like hanging out with you guys, having a chat. But yeah, as I was saying to the guys before, I was actually chatting with one of my mates before that I haven't spoken to for a while. That's why I started the stream a few minutes late. But it was good catching up with him. So yeah, all in all, it's been a pretty good night. I can't complain. It's been a pretty good day in general. got up, did my workout. I had some food actually, and then did my workout, got ready for the stream, chatted with my mate, started the stream, started chatting with you guys. Hopefully we'll get a shiny. We've still got 6 minutes left to get a shiny, so that'll make the night even better. You're not calling it Gubby. It has to earn a name. Once it starts paying rent, then I'll name it. Needs to go out, get a job. Gee, if my parents did that to me, I'd still be nameless. I'd still be that guy that lives upstairs. All Spotlight Hours this month are crazy, except for this one. Yeah, this one's a little bit average, given that we had it in a com day not too long ago. So it's just a little bit average. Hello, you guys can actually see me because there's some lights over there. I'm not walking around in the dark at the moment. How you guys going? Yeah, there's some decent Spotlight Hours this month. I'm really hoping that during the Ponyta one that they do Galarian Ponyta as well, not just Kanto Ponyta, because I do need some Galarian shinies, so that'd be nice. I don't think that they will, but we can only hope. You caught your first your shiny Genesect today. Nice, congratulations, Petra. It's good to see that that was actually working for you, as Negan was saying earlier. Unfortunately, here in Australia, when they first released it for the first couple of hours, it wasn't shiny and it didn't have a new move on it. So she wasted a whole bunch of money trying to get something that wasn't even shiny. So that sucks. But that's the drawback of living in Australia, unfortunately. We get the short end of the stick all the time. That'll be an eternity. It has to do something. It doesn't even look... Dude, it's a goldfish. Don't expect too much. Maybe you're setting your expectations a little bit too high. I don't think I've got any passes, Mikey. Nah, I don't have any remote raid passes, so I'm just going to leave Genesect until tomorrow, but thanks for the invite. Goldfish only good for one thing, clogging the toilet. And feeding the cat. As Negan said before. Good old cat foods. Now, honestly, both of my sister's goldfish, when I was a kid, they were suicidal goldfish. They both jumped out of their fish bowl. So the thing, I can remember we came home one day and Homer was just laying on the floor dead because he jumped out of his fish bowl. Poor old Homer. Didn't deserve that. That's where he is going to go if he doesn't do something. No, don't be like that. He deserves to live. Poor little goldfish. Yeah, do what Dolsan do. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Hang on, what are we seeing now? 7, that's not too bad. Yeah, don't forget, guys, it does help with the streams. Hit that subscribe, hit that like button. Do all that good YouTube jargons. It was your second one. You were stoked because you needed it for the Pokédex. Nice. Nice. Well, yeah, keep in mind, guys, that I will be hosting Genesect raids for you tomorrow night. So if you're keen on getting in on some raids, get your new Shock Drive one. I am fortunate enough that I do actually have a shiny Genesect from when they first released it. So this one is back from 2020, so it's 3 years old now. That's how long it's been since we last had shiny Genesect. So we'll see if we can get some other ones, but at least I don't have to go out of my way to try and get this one. Get it a friend. Then it might start doing stuff, wink wink. Then you'll have plenty of little goldfish. Second rate, yeah, I guess that's what you meant. Nah, it's good that you got it so quickly. Congratulations on your shiny. Screw the Fiona kid. Well, give it to her then. Tell her that you don't necessarily want... Oh, I didn't even realise that we were... It, like, literally, as soon as it finished, the battle request comes through. It's like you were waiting patiently. Just like, as soon as it hits 7 o'clock, I'm sending that request. Can I get rid of them? I don't want to. Just so I can get some items quickly. All these dudes, even though I'm not going to be using them any for the battle, but so yeah, now that Spotlight Hour's over, guys, unfortunately we didn't get the shiny, but that's okay. We have a bunch anyway from its com day. I'm happy to do some battles with you guys, so if anybody wants to battle next, send us through a request. Since we're talking about fishies, let's have some fishies on our team. Stalking your friends list. One of your friends, got a shiny Purloin. Nice. Good old shiny Purloin. My chat disappeared. I'm trying to tap on 2 screens at once so I can keep my chat going. Who can charm better? Who's the better charmer? Hey, Jibnox, how you doing? Due to wait, are you on vacation, dude? Or sorry, man. Oh, I didn't even get to. Oh, fishy, 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 fishy. Oh, I'm pretty sure I had charge move ready to go. Then that's okay. Sorry, I didn't see your first message. You can't usually watch streams anymore because you're in Greek lessons changed, so you can't watch really often. You love your streams and you try to watch as often as possible. You can watch. Okay, nice, dude, nice. That's okay. I know that people are busy, and because of the time differences and all that sort of stuff, it does make it difficult. So I appreciate you dropping in when you can. What number is a hundo? For Alolan Geodude, I'm not sure off the top of my head, but it varies depending on what level it is in the wild, because it'll be different depending on the level. She said something about feeding it, but you don't have a cat, so don't eat it. I don't think that'll work out too well. Cats get them by... Have you seen some of the videos online of cats trying to catch like the goldfish out of the tank and they end up falling in the tank? It's very funny. Comes down to fishy and moon ducky. Fishy versus moon duck. I think Fishy's going to pull it off here. Fishy, see, that's why you shouldn't get rid of your fish, dude. Look how capable they are. Just use it for PvP battles. GG's. That's a good battle. My fishies did it. Don't eat it, poor thing. Yeah, fishes deserve life too. No lucky friend interaction though, damn. There's always next time. But I mean, what happens if we do go lucky friends? It's not like we're going to be able to trade anytime soon. It's 11 o'clock sorry. So the Spotlight Hour starts at 10 o'clock. Maybe I can watch during the... Okay. Yeah, it depends on where you are in the world and when daylight savings time is on and all that sort of stuff, because some people miss out on the streams now because it's either too late or too early, or vice versa when we actually got daylight savings. So the time zones make it very difficult. Especially being here in Australia, our time zone is so different to like everywhere else in the world because we're so far away from everything. So I understand, guys, if you can't make the streams because it's either too late or too early and all that sort of stuff. I understand. Sorry. I was like, your brochure has a lot of... your brother, rather. It's just like, I just happened to have this brochure that I picked up at an aquarium, and it's got a whole bunch of fish in it. It's like, whoa, nice. Interesting. I used to have, well, not me personally, but back when I was a kid, we used to have like a fish tank in the lounge room. We used to have a whole bunch of like tropical fish in it and stuff like that. We had some angelfish and some minnows, and we actually had yabbies in there as well. Yabbies are crawfish if you're in America, or what else are they? Can't remember what else they're called in other parts of the world, but basically like the little crustacean things would have them in the bottom of the tanks. You had a goldfish. Like I said, my sister had a couple of goldfish, but we had like a full-blown fish tank that had a whole bunch of different fish in it. But angelfish are pretty mean. They'll eat the other fish in the tank. Like they're like cannibals. So we learnt that after a while. Like we'd get up in the morning and go, where are some of the fish gone? Yeah, angelfish like full ate them. But the yabbies, for instance, like we'd have a couple of like full-grown yabbies in the tank, and they would have little babies, and you'd see a lot of the babies dying off and stuff like that, and then the big ones would die off. We'd clean the fish tank, refill it, like drain all the water out of it, like clean all the algae, everything out of it, fill it back up, and a couple of months later we'd have another yabby in there. Like the eggs would fall into the stones and actually live and end up hatching, and quite often we'd just have a random yabby just pop up out of nowhere. To be like, oh, we haven't had a yabby in months, and all of a sudden there's just another yabby in there. I got another yellow-orange name on your friends list. Volcarona is coming, so excited. Yeah, it's actually not a bad Pokemon. We'll see how it fares in the meta sort of thing, if it's any good. If anybody wants to send through a battle request, guys, I'm open to battling. Just send one through. You want a frog, like they don't do much, but it's a frog. So when I was a kid, I wanted some frogs, I wanted some snakes, I wanted some lizards. I just wanted this enclosure filled with like reptiles and amphibians and stuff. Of course, I never got it because my mum was just like, no, you're not getting a snake. I did get a lizard. I had a blue-tongue lizard for a while. His name was Meltdown. Mainly because I think it was a nuclear reactor somewhere around the world melted down, and it was on like the front page of the newspaper. I just saw Meltdown in big capital letters, and I'm like, that's what I'm naming my lizard. His name will be Meltdown. Mind you, I was like 10 at the time, so I thought it was a pretty cool name for a lizard. Meltdown the lizard. Hey James, how you doing, dude? Welcome in. Good to see you, man. Oh my god, how does that go over your head? Australia. Yep, the land of reptiles and stuff. Reptiles, spiders, drop bears, yubbos, and VB. Oh my god. Seriously, that was wild. Could you imagine if that was just a random hundo Togetic there? I'd be a little bit disappointed that we got that a few weeks late, because I'd be like, damn it, now I have to hold on to it until the end of the year. I mean, I suppose I still need to, but that is not a bad wild catch. 98%. We'll keep that one. That name is more random than your thoughts about tail tadpoles. You got a hundo Diglett from an egg 2 days ago. Good old Diglett. The most useful Pokemon in the world, eh? Your daughter has a snake. What type of snake? I'm guessing like a python sort of thing. Oh my god, a dog just ran past. Just out of nowhere, this dog just races past. I'm assuming someone else is walking around here with the dog. Are you going to head off for the evening? No worries, Tev. Thank you for joining in, spending your evening hanging out in the chat. Thanks for the battle. Thanks for the victory, I should say. See you tomorrow night, more than likely, for raid hour. You think it's a python? Yeah, most snake owners own pythons just because they're non-venomous. I mean, you'd have to be one of those crazy snake owners that's going to own one of the... It's like, what type of snake does he have? Oh, it's a cobra. That's a brown snake. Hello, pup. What are you doing? One of those inland taipans. A sea kite. Early morning, yeah. Same. I mean, if you haven't gone to bed yet, it's still the night time. Like, I've always been like that. If it's past midnight and I haven't slept yet, it's still the day before. It's like, it's not early morning, it's still nighttime. You look after her while she's sick. Oh, aren't you a sweet boy? You don't know about raid hour. You don't know if you're... Okay. All good. Well, if we see you, we see you. If not, enjoy your evening tomorrow. Your day, your evening. Gotta get yourself a black mamba. Good luck with that. They're one of those protected species that I don't think you're going to get into the country unless it's smuggled in by some sort of snake wrangler. One of the most venomous snakes in the world as well, so I think you'd have a little bit of difficulty getting one into the country, but have at it. Give it a shot. See how you go. Just there. Okay, now, anybody that owns spiders as pets just needs to take themselves out the back and shoot themselves. Maybe not that extreme, but yeah, I've never understood it's like, no, spiders are not pets. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. They're not pets. I hate them, especially tarantulas. And I was just like, dude, that's just... No, that's not cool. That's not cool. You've always wanted an anaconda. I've got one of them. Just, it's not, yeah. Jokes. Anaconda tastes like anything that isn't something that you eat on a regular basis is everybody says it tastes like chicken. So I've had crocodile and camel before, and I mean the same thing. Yeah, it probably tastes like chicken. They taste like chicken. Girls say you've got a... That was my joke. You stole my jokes. That's your pet Titanoboa. So it's fossilized and it hasn't existed for the like couple of 100,000 years. Nice. Nice. Should probably go to the doctor and get that checked out though, dude. Proof, Jimmy. Nah. Family-friendly streams, guys. Like I said. Apparently a lot of you guys want proof, and it's just like, yeah, maybe one day on an OF's page, but for now, we're catching Pokemon. Gymnox, Maycom Day. Yeah, I've seen that, Fennekin. Getting a new starter. You have a Nundo Fennekin, and you're really proud because it's your only Nundo. Let's see. I think I don't... Wait, I think I do have 100% Fennekin. Wait, how do you spell Fennekin again? F-E-N. Yeah, that's it, Fennekin. Fennekin is one of these 100. I can't remember, that's okay. That's a PvP one. That's another PvP one. That one's... okay, no, I have a whole bunch of PvP ones. Actually, I think it was Chespin. Yeah, it was Chespin that I had a whole bunch of. I think I had 2 hundos for Chespin, which are now evolved. Yeah, that one there. Was it just the one? Oh no, yeah, these two. This one here. This one. I knew that I had like a hundos of the starters, but I couldn't remember which ones. So it looks like I'm going to have to try and track down a decent Fennekin before Com Day. You don't want, you need a hundo. I didn't steal his joke because I didn't see it. It was because I said it first. I'm the one streaming, so I'm just ownership for everything, okay? Apparently Ash didn't even catch them all. Well, he's not much of a Pokemon trainer then, is he? Well, that leaves hope for us all, doesn't it? We don't have to actually catch them all to be Pokemon Masters. Jimmy the Pokemon Slayer. No, I'm the Snoom Slayer. I killed so many Snoms back in the day, back when Sword and Shield came out, trying to get that shiny, that I was dubbed the Snoom Slayer. The Snoom Slayer. Tiny kitty. I've actually got a Doom Slayer helmet that I got when I bought Doom Eternal. I got the special edition and got like the Doom helmet with that. So yeah, I was wearing that during some of my shine hunts for Snom. And yes, I was the Snoom Slayer. Hey, geez, how you doing, dude? Welcome in. Good to see you. Ooh. Not that Glameow's anything decent for PvP, but we'll definitely have a look-see. You're the Pawmi protector. I named my Pawmi Palmy. In Australia, like a Parmigiana is not a Parmigiana. Oh yeah, chicken Parmigiana. I don't know. For some reason, I was just like, no, wait, that's not right. Yeah, we call them Palmies. So yeah, my Palmy was named Palmy. I know, I'm so original. I'm pretty sure every Australian that caught one named theirs Palmy. Shiny vibes. We've got a chance of getting a shiny, not a shiny Geodude, unfortunately, because it finished 20 minutes ago, but we caught a 98% Togetic just before, and a Glameow just then that'll probably be decent for PvP. So we've done okay tonight. But I still really need to pee. I needed to pee before I started doing Spotlight Hour, but I was on the phone. And now I really need to pee. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure the toilets here are going to be locked. Because they locked them. Yes, you did. Find a tree. There's a lot of them around here. Oh no, the toilets are still open. Oh, there you go. Well, once I finish streaming for you guys, I probably will nick to the toilet before I drive home. I mean, I could just hold it, but I'd rather not. I've been holding it for long enough, I think. That's what she said. You just got a shiny Hoppip. Nice. I had a shiny Hoppip the other week after Spotlight Hour. I was on my way home and it was a random catch. Back in the car. Sort of. There we go. Well, hello guys. You can sort of see me. How are you doing? It's been a while since we've seen each other. There, sort of a light. There we go. You guys can sort of see me. How are we all doing? I've had my hood on like the whole time, so my hair is messy. Stream while you stream. Yeah, nah, I don't think you guys need to hear that. I can just pause the stream, but I think we'll just wrap it up in a minute and I'll go to the toilet. Hopefully I don't get locked. That would be a little bit bad if I got locked into the toilet. You're born in 2000. Oh yeah, you probably don't know Ice Spice. Wait, is that one of the Spice Girls? I'm Ice Spice. Definitely sounds like one of the Spice Girls. She's like a giant meme. So were the Spice Girls. The hollaback girl. Wait, you're talking about Gwen Stefani? If you guys have seen that episode of Family Girl, it's just like, I don't know what a hollaback girl is, but I don't like it. Her music's mid, but she dated Drake, so... What? So? That means absolutely nothing. It's just like, oh, she dated a certain person, that makes her good. It's just like, no, it doesn't. I mean, you gotta judge people on their actual abilities, like their artistic abilities and all that sort of stuff, not who they've dated, just because that's such a modern thing. Like, that's such a Zoomer thing. People that grew up with social media, just automatically somebody special if they dated a certain person or if they did something on social media, and it's just like, no. You've actually got to have talent in some description. Says me, who's a subpar streamer. Damn it. Shush. Leave me alone. I'm trying my best, alright? all you guys born after 2000, that's what makes me feel old. And all you guys, it's just like, I was 13 when the millennium started. I still remember the New Year's Eve 2000. I actually got drunk that night. Me and my family, we went to one of our family friends because they usually had like a big New Year's thing, because one of them was Greek and the other one was Italian, so they had like the big family thing and friends and all that sort of stuff for New Year's. So we'd go over there, and yeah, my sister was there and some of her friends were there and some other like young people were there that were like sons and daughters of like the other people. And yeah, my sister kept sneaking me drinks. So, because my sister's 5 years older than me, so she was like 17 or 18 or something like that. And yeah, she kept giving me drinks. So I got pretty pissed that night. Good times. Good times. One of my first New Year's that I actually got drunk, and I was only like 13 years old. That's what you get when you grow up in Footscray. Good old Footscray. Come to Franco Cozzos in Footscray. I ain't no hollaback. Good. All right, guys. Well, never liked drinking. Always like, yeah, I'm not a big drinker. Like, I drank for a while. Like, I'd have a couple of beers a night for a while with dinner and stuff like that. But I don't really drink much anymore. Once I started working out, stuff like that, I decided to stop drinking so much. So yeah, I have a drink occasionally. Like, I bought a few beers the other night, but I can buy a 6-pack and make that last me like 3 days usually. Jimmy needs to pee. Yes, I do need to pee. Show you what? Me peeing? No. That's a private thing that I'm going to do off stream. Thank you very much. But yeah, girls, girls, same thing, sort of. Can't really say that these days, can you? You get in trouble. People of all genders and denominations and all that sort of stuff. You're 14, you never drink. Well, you shouldn't when you're 14. Like, I just grew up in a part of the world where drinking isn't so socially bad. Like, when you, yeah. Me and my friends would get drunk on a regular basis when we were younger. So, sort of one of those things, depending on where you live. I will, Negan. Thank you very much. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap up the stream here, but thank you, everybody that has joined in tonight. Much appreciated. Like I said, be sure to hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already on your way out. Subscribe, all of that sort of good stuff. I will be back tomorrow evening for raid hour, rather, for Genesect. So if you guys are interested in getting in on some Genesect raids, be sure to pop in back then. Thanks, Gibnox. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone that's tuned in tonight. Enjoy your morning, evening, noon, or night. Stay safe. Happy hunting. All of that good stuff. Catch some shinies for me, since I didn't catch some shinies. Here's some goodbyes. All right, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.